Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so on today's episode on Where Are the Wells, we're here in Atlanta and I have
Letitia.
and we're going to talk about all things Atlanta. So Letitia is from here, I'm not, so I'm going to give my perspective as just someone recently moved here. I can't say recently, really. 5 years I've been here. So we're going to talk about all things Atlanta. So we're going to dig in. All right.
Alrighty.
So, growing up, what is something that you've always done? Any traditions in your family that you?
In my family, we have a lot of traditions. It's a lot of us. I have 5 siblings, so we get together all holidays, well, most holidays, and we came out good.
You look good. She made this sauce, y'all. It's good.
We get together all holidays, and most Sundays, me and 2 of my other siblings, we go to my parents' house just to fellowship and eat dinner, of course. You know.
Are y'all watching any sports, any Atlanta sports on Sunday, or just traditionally just getting together? And
me, my sister, older sister, and my dad are season ticket holders for the Falcons. But we're all Falcons fans, all Braves fans, all Atlanta sports. We know that everybody's not the best at what they do, but we still represent our city.
What about United? Have y'all been to any of those games?
I have not, but I'm not sure if any of my sisters have. I definitely want to go, but I just have not experienced it yet. And now that they've, shut the season down,
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to wait until the next time they play. Stories my parents would tell about high school and growing up, walking 5 miles to school like everybody's parents. Going to different events that they went to growing up. So all I know is Atlanta. That's what I love. I would not want to live anywhere else.
Atlanta, okay. We found somebody from Atlanta. It is a melting pot here, so it's hard to find people that are from here.
It definitely is. You know, when I'm in a room, it's typically, let's say 10 people. You might have 3 people that are from Atlanta. It just depends, of course, where you are. If it's an event or establishment that is more Atlanta-based, then you might have more people.
Yeah. But the season ticket holders, you think there's a lot of people from it?
There's a lot of season ticket holders that are from Atlanta.
So they know how to support their team, but like you said, whether losing or whether winning, they know how to support their team. I haven't been to a game, a football game. I need to go, y'all.
But yeah, Atlanta is our home. My parents are from here. They went to Washington High School. My grandmother went to Washington High School. They grew up in Vine City, Ashby Street, which is now Lowry Boulevard area. So that's all I know. They moved to the suburbs and they raised us in Ellenwood, Georgia, which is right next to Decatur. And we went to Cedar Grove High School. Go Saints.
All right.
But growing up, all I knew was the stories my parents would tell about high school. And growing up, walking 5 miles to school, like everybody's parents. Going to different events that they went to growing up. So all I know is Atlanta. That's what I love. I would not want to live anywhere else.
Atlanta, okay. We found somebody from Atlanta. It is a melting pot here, so it's hard to find people that are from here.
It definitely is. When I'm in a room, it's typically, let's say it's 10 people. You might have 3 people
That you like, or are you with the brunch craze, or?
So most of the time, me and my friends do brunch on Sundays for more the day party aspect of it.
Oh yeah, I've never been to a day
So
party.
we go to, cause places like West Egg, I've been there. It's good, but they don't have that vibe. They don't have DJs and all of that. So we've gone to like Negril Village, of course, has one.
I don't know about that.
Miss Icy's Kitchen, which is a sister restaurant to Negril.
Miss Icy's.
Miss Icy's Kitchen. It's off of Claremont. Negril is off North Avenue. Where else have I been?
So if y'all need to find a day party,
Fin and Feathers. There's another one. I know you have Milk and Honey that just opened recently. Well,
the real Milk and Honey or the Milk and Honey?
Well, I know the real Milk and Honey is in DC.
They have one here
but they do have one that opened before the one I'm talking about.
Oh,
so
okay.
the one, the real Milk and Honey opened, I think about two or 3 years ago on Cascade, but it's so small. So the new one I think is a little bit bigger. I have not been in the new one, but I definitely want to go.
I've been to the one on Cascade, and the biscuits are delicious.
Yeah, they are. All of the food.
But tell us more about day parties, because you have no experience with brunching with the day party vibe.
So day parties, of course, are, hope I'm not smacking, more like parties. So the craze with day parties is the fact that, you know, of course we're older. Well, I am. And you get to party and still go home in the evening.
Yeah.
And still get some rest. So like most day parties, especially brunch, will start about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, sometimes 11. And then it's just like a party. I have a DJ, depending on the season. If it's winter, of course, well, here in Atlanta, it's hot sometimes anyway in the winter, but depending, they'll have outside and inside. So you can go outside, you know, they'll have mimosas, like unlimited mimosas. They'll have most of the regular menu items, but they'll have brunch items as well. Cause like in the Grill Village and Miss Icy's Kitchen are Jamaican restaurants and do like Jamaican brunch items. So like they'll do oxtail hash on eggs or something like that versus just regular oxtails like they would have during dinner.
During dinner. Is this a new, would you say the day parties is new Atlanta, or is that something that you've experienced?
Oh, it's definitely newer Atlanta.
Okay.
It's definitely been going on for some years now. Because Local Luna, I'm not even sure if it's still open, but it's somewhere we used to go a long time ago. I think I was even in my late 20s, early 30s when we would go to Local Luna. That was like one of the first places that people were going for day parties. So it's not new, meaning like in the last couple of years, but as far as new Atlanta, old Atlanta, it's definitely new Atlanta. But you know, we enjoy it. That's something that as old Atlanta people, we embrace those. You know, we don't embrace everything new. There's a lot of transplants here, we know. And a lot of things have changed, definitely. But you find that your people who are originally from here kind of congregate more together when it comes to certain events. So like, for instance, you might have a concert. I know this summer they did a Wind Down Wednesday, or I think they were calling it
Grown and Sexy
Wind Down Wednesday in East Point, and they had a Goodie Mob concert. So most of the people there were definitely old Atlanta. So when you have those type of events, or like those old school Atlanta concerts that they have at Wolf Creek or Centennial Park or something, it's a lot of old Atlanta people there. I mean, it's new Atlanta people come because, I mean, of course we all like music, but we come together for certain events.
And Wolf Creek, that's been around?
So Wolf Creek opened maybe 5 or 6. It may be a little older than that, but they have concerts, summer series concerts, and they basically have different old school artists come. Like you might have a concert with 112, Jagged Edge, Silk. That might be one concert. But then you also may have some old school people come, like what's the guy's name who sings? He was in the Gap Band, I think. I can't think of his name right now.
Why is she asking me, y'all? She don't know anything about old school.
She didn't even know who Anita Baker was.
Here we go.
Everybody knows who Anita Baker is.
I do now, I think.
I'm never gonna let her know.
Now you all know, okay? I'm not kosher, okay? That's why I have her here with me, so we can talk about Atlanta, because I'm sure all I know is new Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, they have a variety of concerts, but it's typically, like I said, old school concert. So it's definitely worth experiencing.
Yeah. So we got sports here, brunch, day parties, concerts. What else can we get into in Atlanta?
Some of the schools. Let's talk about East Side versus the West Side.
Let's talk about it.
So
I barely know what side is considered the east side. So
you got Decatur,
okay, East Atlanta.
East Atlanta.
Okay.
That starts your east side. It extends all the way to Stone Mountain, Lithonia. Some people may even consider Conyers east side. I wouldn't necessarily consider it east side just because it's so far out to me, but you know, you got some people who may. And then you have your west side, or people who say Atlanta like they claim that they truly are from Atlanta. They start maybe around like Moreland Avenue, Glenwood, all the way to like
which is changing.
Hamilton E. Holmes, that area. Like, I mean, of course it goes wide and far, but that's just kind of to give you a frame of reference. But you know, you have your Atlanta Public Schools, your Doug, your Mays, Crim was a high school back then. Now it's more of a night school. But who else? Back in the day, you had Harper Archer High School, which is turned into a middle school, which is now turned into an elementary school. Years ago, Washington High School, I don't see them right. And then you have our Zero Mays, Mays, right? So you got Columbia, Towers, Stone Mountain, Lakeside, which is that's Stone High School, Stone High School, yes, Orlean,
And Stone High School,
that's all I'm yeah, I mean, like, I don't remember, but I don't remember walking you know, Philadelphia and New Jersey. Well, I'm not sure about New Jersey, but their transit systems are so much more advanced. I won't even say advanced. It's just more widespread, because in New York, you can step out of wherever you are and hop on the train, get to where you need to go. You don't really even need a car. But here, it's like
you going to the airport. That's the last stop.
So
if you're not going there,
it's just.
But for sports games, I think the MARTA does what it needs to do.
It does what it needs to do for downtown Atlanta. If you're going downtown, but if you're trying to go somewhere like Clayton County, or you know, you got to get on CCT, which I don't even know how to use that. So I definitely think that we could step it up with that, but they let everyone vote.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that live in certain cities don't want the train there. I guess they think it's going to bring crime, which to me, I don't necessarily feel like just because it's a train system that it'll bring crime. If somebody wants to rob you, they're going to find a way
to get there, right?
Yeah. If I'm going to go to, let's say, Gwinnett County and rob, I'm going to get there however I need to.
Not by train either. If you're trying to, so.
Definitely. I don't think that's the way that I'm going to hop off. Back in the day.
What is Atlanta? I know strip clubs are popular here. Are they even popular here?
Yeah, they're popular. I would say they were. A lot of stuff, like I said, I'm a little bit older. Now that I'm 40, which of course I know I'm not 80, but you know, as you get older, some things kind of die off. So I'm not really that familiar with the nightlife. Now I know, you know, you have certain places that people like me and my friends will hang out at Harold's.
Harold, okay.
You know, places that you can kind of eat, drink, listen to music, but you don't have to just be up dancing the whole time like a club. Back in the day, you had your clubs, Kaya, you had Esso, you had Echelon, you had Compound. Compound is still open. You had, I mean, it's so many to name, but it was a lot. You even had clubs that were on the east side, and some that was on the west side. So
sounds like they're trying to revamp some of the things too. Things get revamped.
Yeah. They have been revamping a lot of stuff, but it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Kind of like Freaknik. You
never be the same.
You can never bring that back the way it was. You know, I appreciate the people who are trying, you know, and it's definitely cool for the way that they did it, like a festival. You know, they had a concert and they had where people and their families could go and listen to music or, you know, dance. But the Freaknik that I know, you know, where Candler Road was shut down and Peachtree Street and all of those places was a totally different experience. And if you didn't experience it, you just didn't experience it. And you'll never experience it because things are so different now.
Yeah.
Even back then, you might have had a naked girl popping her booty on the car. And yeah, you know, dudes would be touching her and this and that, but it's a whole nother level. I mean, if that's a level of disrespect, it's a whole nother level to it.
Now? Yeah.
You know, and then you have social media, so that just makes things even worse. So yeah. certain things are being brought back, but I'm being hot back.
Right. That's definitely something we're dealing with here, trying to expand the train. I don't know much about nightlife. I don't know if you do either, but when you did, is there any places that...
Back in the day, some things kind of die off, so I'm not really that familiar with the nightlife. Now, I know, you have certain places that people like me and my friends will hang out at Harold's. Places that you can kind of eat, drink, listen to music, but you don't have to just be up dancing the whole time like a club. Back in the day, you had your clubs, Kaya, you had Esso, you had Echelon, you had Compound. Compound is still open. You had, it's so many to name, but it was a lot. You even had clubs that were on the east side and some that was on the west side. So
sounds like they're trying to revamp some of the things too. Things get revamped.
Yeah. They have been revamping a lot of stuff, but it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Kind of like Freaknik.
It'll never be the same.
You can never bring that back the way it was. I appreciate the people who are trying, and it's definitely cool for the way that they did it, like a festival. They had a concert and they had where people and their families could go and listen to music or, dance. But the Freaknik that I know, where Candler Road was shut down and Peachtree Street and all of those places was a totally different experience. And if you didn't experience it, you just didn't experience it, and you'll never experience it.